rather... Yeah, flag window's good. Actually, before we do this, I'm going to... Can you guys hear that epic rain? That's amazing. Yeah, we've got an amazing thunderstorm. I have Visual Assist. I do not have it on this computer. You might have seen me like reach for Visual Assist commands. I'll answer JB's question about standards. We have Visual Studio's gotten a lot closer, and we're generally pushing more and more towards just 100% C++11 standard as Microsoft gets better at doing it. And let's see. I'm going to turn off the lights for a second so you can actually see some of this rain. Nice and cozy. This is ridiculous out here. So, again, this is not my normal computer, so apparently source control is not fully set up. I'll change it to be using Perforce. Now reconnect this project to where it goes. And rename packet flags to sliding flag window throughout the entire project. What state? We're in Central Fairfax, just out about 12 miles due west of Washington, D.C. So, and this stuff is coming for D.C. Have fun, guys. This may be our best storm so far this summer. Hopefully I get to stay online. So, finishing out my rename. And last of all, now that I've done that, what I will do is save everything and then migrate that to another project after checking it all in. And here I am also moving it over in the directory, or in the Perforce depot. One of the things that I don't love about Perforce is that it gets a little weird when you simultaneously try and change and modify a file. And so I'm I'm putting it up here in our general CSE utils library. And if the client still compiles, then I did everything right. Now the good side is about these storms is they're almost always really quick, so I'm not tremendously a social coder, but I'm doing my best to be entertaining. This build's taking a very long time, so I'm just going to go in and say, hey, do you still compile? And it did, so all is right with the world. And go ahead and remove that file from the old file from the project. Actually, no, do not delete it. I will, however, delete you. And then packet window is another thing that this is, we sort of, the way the network architecture works is we're storing packets as they come in kind of like a sliding window of, all right, here we have packet 7, 8, and 9, and 10, and then as more packets go in, packets will get resolved, and like we've fully taken care of all prediction, resolved all uncertainty involving this one, and so we'll throw out 7. So it's a lot like a standard vector, except, you know, its tail is being eaten away as it grows forward, and under the hood there's kind of this ring structure where it's like, you know, slot 10 will then go back into slot 0, and then slot 11 will go back into slot 1, so that we're continuously recycling the same memory. So I'm going to do the same change to move packet window over to sliding window, so it can just be a general class that we can reuse everywhere, including in the new user proxy code. And then the same thing for that sliding window. Save everything again, and then do another rename here. This also goes up in our utilities library. This one, I swear I'll get to the actual writing code part someday. Some days you get to really work on really cool things like programming shaders and you add shadows and everything's visual, and some days you are wrangling around projects. Today is a project wrangling day, but such is life. Make sure this project still compiles. I'll just break this because it's compiling all of PhysX for source for the first time on this computer. But if NetClient compiles, then everything is good. And it does. So here we are back in the user proxy project. Okay, Wallowed, I see it. Yes. Typos happen when you are trying to do this live. Looks like everything's good now. And you, yeah. So finally, over on the user connection side, you sure you deserve me? I mean, that's kind of harsh. Yeah, that could have increased our build time by 0.1 seconds over the life of the project. I think so. Yeah, I'll see what we can do for you, Dewios, if that is how we spell your name. Or how I pronounce your name. And actually, now that I've started this up, I'm actually also going to make the server connection side too. Because that's actually probably the easier one to make.